dun 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 draw draw gonna draw. We're gonna draw today. Oh yeah. We're gonna draw all day. Hey Tom, we're jamming to your tunes. And Amanda Putnam Palmer.
Hey, guys.
Hey, oh hey. Vicky Lee says yay. Oh yay.
I'm leaving the theme song playing because my favorite part should be coming up any second.
And you want me to stop singing then?
No, it's not that I want you to stop singing. I just really...
And Eric Burke, starring Eric Burker.
Here it is. Yes.
Dun 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 dun.
There it is, the piccolo. Woo! Hello, guys.
Anthropomorphism.
Oh, we have some previous winners in the house today. Eric Burker, Jim Gallagher.
Dun dun dun. Will Hobbs, you
Tom
made
Hofffelder.
it.
Do you love hearing your theme song or what?
Day in and day out. It's so good we don't have to pay Tom.
That's true.
I will be, or maybe we will. He's got bragging rights. You own those. You own them, and you have them. Angela, welcome back. You were missed. I'm sure everyone's going to chime in and tell you it was not the same
Really?
yesterday without you.
Aw, you
Yes,
guys.
it's not the same. I know you had stuff to do, but you were missed.
I did.
You really were
I had
missed.
a couple things to do. You know, we've been asked to record a lot of story times. So I did some stuff for Gotham Books yesterday. It was our film and television agents. They're putting together a page that's going to be their authors reading videos. Simon & Schuster's asking us to do things.
Lots of videos.
Lots and lots of videos.
Lots
so
of videos.
we're going to be posting those.
You did miss this guy, though. For those who tuned in yesterday, I did finish him last night. Say hello to Faustus Solvender.
Ooh.
Look at that. That's an angry old man. That's an angry wizard.
Get off my yard.
Yes,
Get
and he's
off
got,
my lawn,
and we
you
wonder
rats.
what's in the sack that he holds. Anyway, he's all finished. I posted him on Facebook last night. If you want to take a look, he's there.
Eric Burger said
Eric-
it was not the same.
Not the same. Hey, listen, I can admit it. It wasn't the same, man.
I missed you guys too.
We had two winners yesterday. Robert
Two?
Rogalski and Steve Jankowicz, who are old, longtime fans. They've been fans for a long time. It was a constant chiming of notes and thoughts and stuff. So
And you
they
asked
won.
Jen Jonke
Jen
to send-
Jonke. We did. I don't know if Jen was on there. So Jen, if you're tuning in today, you need to direct message me your mailing address, so I can send you your garbage.
Oh gosh, Joelle is super excited for this today. She's been in quarantine from her family all day because of your cough. Oh,
I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I think we've got a fun one. And I talked to Ange, and this is really the magic. Like, I was just going to do a drawing of Kenny and the Dragon, and then we really started talking about this word, Ange. Well, I started thinking about this word, anthropomorphism.
I said that.
You said anthropomorphism?
I
You
said
said
that.
Okay, you said it. See, that's
Okay,
anthropomorphism.
Here's the thing. I'm thinking about you guys. And what would you guys be excited about? So Tony and I have a discussion and we say, what should we talk about today? What should we do today? What should Tony illustrate today?
Yes.
And this, I thought you guys would think this was pretty cool.
Kind of neat. So anthropomorphism, if you don't know what anthropomorphism is, it is either seeing or assigning human attributes to an otherwise inanimate or non-human object. So it can be, you can do an anthropomorphic chair, you can do an anthropomorphic animal, and fairy tales and children's books are rife with anthropomorphic animals, including Kenny and the Dragon. There's an anthropomorphic rabbit. Here's an illustration from Kenny and the Dragon, which was illustrated back in 2007, I think.
Hey, can I interrupt for 2 seconds?
Yes.
I'm seeing closed captioning on my screen.
Well,
Did you turn that on?
I did not, but if it's happening, it's happening, and I'm all happier for it.
I don't know if you guys are seeing that. I'm seeing seeing the.
It could be because your volume's down. Sometimes it'll automatically do it if your volume's down.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
That's good old
yeah, you're right. I think that's what
face
it was.
place. Here's another example of anthropomorphic animals. This is from the new Kenny and the Dragon book, Kenny and the Book of Beasts. Here's an anthropomorphic balloon sculptor. That's what they're called, Ange. At a fair, blowing up a balloon, much to the delight of children around, including...
I want a business card that says balloon sculptor.
There's a little mouse. He's waiting for his balloon. That guy, pretty much, I'm going to say that's a self-portrait. This kid's my favorite. Hey, Mom, look at this guy. And then there's just a little happy, blue jay. Anyway, those are some examples of anthropomorphic. There are some artists who are terrific at anthropomorphic. I have a few favorites, Ange. Beatrix Potter.
Yes.
Was terrific. Anybody who worked in the Walt Disney Studios, right up to Zootopia, they are incredible at creating anthropomorphic characters. And of course, one of your favorites and mine, Richard Scarry, and the Busy Town. The Busy Town books were full of
Wallace Tripp.
Wallace Tripp was a terrific.
You love his
stuff.
stuff.
I love Wallace Tripp. I didn't want to burden you guys by showing you a bunch of books, but
I see lovely heart emojis.
I'm glad you guys agree. So here's what we thought we'd do today. Instead of just showing you how I drew the Kenny and the Dragon illustrations, instead, we want to do a live anthropomorphic thing that you help us create. You pick the animal, and you pick the occupation, and I will do my best at creating an anthropomorphic character right here in front of your eyes. So that's all you got to do.
More than one.
Well, we can do more than one for sure, and I know it's going to take more than one try for me.
Right, because how do you take something like a real rabbit, because you still want the character to feel real.
By the way, I got to put up just a pin. Joelle Wilcom just pointed out the obvious, that mouse guard. Hopefully Dave Peterson hasn't signed on yet. But as I was saying, Ange, Beatrix Potter, Walt Disney, Richard Scarry, and Dave Peterson, all very fine examples of anthropomorphic. Yes, Dave's books are unbelievably incredible. And I would add Redwall, which is very similar to that kind of medieval mice. So cool. Love all that stuff. Anyway.
There's so many.
You guys pick an animal.
Warriors, those cats.
Brandon Powers does a cat warlock. Ellis is a chipmunk.
Vicky Lee said Mimi, your dog, is an illustrator.
Mimi. I love drawing Mimi. We're going to start with Mimi the dog as an illustrator. And Ange, why I'm drawing Mimi the dog, our wonder dog, as an artist, you can be kind of looking through and seeing any other... And the reason why this works so well for me is I can draw Mimi from memory. If we don't...
She's right here next to you.
She is right here next to me. But I do have some of my reference. This is an oldie from art school. And these DK books. So lots of animal reference that will keep us from walking away and going onto the internet. But let me see if I can draw Mimi. Because I've drawn Mimi enough times, I think I could do it. So obviously the first thing we can do, Ange, there's so many levels of this. I've definitely seen... basically a human with an animal head, you know what I mean? Where it's just wearing full on. That's basically what these are. They've lost almost all animal traits. That's basically a little kid with just a mouse head. Same with this guy, right?
It reminds me of Emmett Otter.
Well, definitely. Emmett Otter was
Jug Band Christmas. All of a sudden you're like, oh, they're real, but they're really real.
Yes.
And they have this whole little life and this whole little world, and they play it in a jug band.
They play in a jug band. Now, I've drawn Mimi enough times that I think I can definitely draw her drawing. Would Mimi wear clothes? That's the question.
Mimi always wears clothes, even here at home.
Actually, in the real world, Mimi actually does wear clothes. Although today she's only adorned in a headband.
Well, it's a tie-dye bandana.
It is a tie-dye bandana.
But usually she's wearing I think she has a bigger wardrobe than you do.
She does. Mine consists of black and gray and brown clothing. That's because it makes me look skinnier than I actually am, Ange. Especially now.
Mimi thinks too. Mimi wants to just be slender.
Mimi, you want to help me?
Oh, hi, Mimi.
You want to help me? Broke the internet there. Hopefully it's okay. Anyway, there's Mimi's nose, but she's here. I love you, sweetie. We'll play. Oh, she's very happy, Ange. She liked that.
She likes dresses. She's a
She
fancy
does love
lady.
a dress. Okay, so Mimi in a dress. I have her hunched over, which is usually the position I'm in when I'm drawing, which is really bad for your back. So I'm gonna switch it up a little bit before I commit to that. I don't want to hurt Mimi's back. I'm gonna go more the proper angle of a drawing table. And I might move her hips down here. I haven't
She's very
drawn
goofy.
today. I was doing some other... I was actually... well, we had more TV stuff, again, that we've yet to announce. And so I was talking to one of the writers.
Oh my gosh, so exciting. You guys
So
are going to freak out when we get to announce this stuff.
Yes, stuff.
There's multiple stuff.
There's multiple things. We're close. But I haven't drawn yet today, is my point, Ange. I haven't had a chance to draw yet. Mimi's happy, so her tail's going to be up. She's
I
going to
don't
be...
know about you guys. One thing I should mention about Mimi, I don't know if you noticed her finely trimmed ears. You know, as we're all at home right now, we're adding, I feel like our job descriptions are broadening, right? The things that we have to do around the house are broadening. And so now we've added dog groomer to our list.
You
of
did.
things
You and Sophia
that we
did.
could do.
Although that was there. That was there. You guys,
I know,
you've
but we
groomed her
really
before.
pushed it. This was like the next level groom. Mimi has a fresh cut. Let me tell you, she's looking good.
I'm just focusing here for a minute. I was doing that. I was also down here working on my sketchbook of pen drawings, just kind of tweaking that.
You guys are liking this one. I'm so excited.
Well, it is Mimi. I mean, it kind of goes without saying, Ange, that
She's so cute.
I don't know what kind of dress she's wearing. You'll have to tell me.
Well, I mean, it's not like she's going to wear pants.
No, she's going to wear a dress.
Well, she has a couple dresses that have like little tutu skirts on them.
I
But I
definitely-
don't know if she would be wearing that while she was working.
I definitely think she would have. Usually it's a... Now here I'm pushing. Now I'm pushing away from the dog and going closer to human, Ange. So the dog shoulder that she would have, I'm now going to remove. And I'm going to...
Jen Junkie said Mimi's wearing a muumuu.
Oh, Jen Junkie's here. Jen, did you get our note that you need to send us your...
Direct message Tony with your mailing
address.
where we can send your stuff.
I have your stuff here waiting to go, Jen Junkie.
Sundress. Yeah.
We haven't forgotten, Jen Junkie. We're here for you.
Always time for tutus.
Oh, and because she does wear a bandana, I'm thinking like that.
Yes. Oh, yeah. 'Cause
Yes.
That's what an artist wears.
That's very Mary Blair. Mary Blair, didn't she?
Yes.
She
I
had-
love a very Mary Blair inspired shift dress with a bandana.
Wow, that's very specific. But I'm gonna go. Okay, I think she's got a foot here, and then another foot here. I'm hoping you can see all that. Am I on screen still?
I think you are.
Okay, good. Just making sure. I can never. It's a very tiny stool, but I think we're okay with that. Mimi has a very fabulous flag-like tail. It's quite spectacular. And look, I keep wanting to cut it in. So I'm creating...
I mean, here's the thing.
I'm creating visual cues to you that make her girly. Girly.
Because Mimi is girly.
Mimi's girly.
By the way, just saying.
Just say it. Just say it.
Love this photo of Mary Blair.
If you don't know who Mary Blair is, she was an incredible concept artist for Walt Disney Studios back in the 40s and 50s. Designed the look for Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, Peter Pan, Cinderella was
all
her first.
Those key colors like that turquoise and pink is Mary Blair.
Now, Ange has been a fan of Mary Blair for a long time, since the book I Can Fly, right, Ange? With
Yeah.
Who wrote that? It was a really known
Ruth
writer.
Krauss
Ruth
wrote
Krauss.
it, who wrote The Carrot Seed.
She wrote The Carrot Seed. That's right. She wrote a book with Maurice Sendak too.
Yes, she did.
It'll come to me. Somebody will know it. It's a little tiny book almost that they did. I want to say it's like Esau, I Saw. It's something like that. Anyway.
So Ruth Krauss
Krauss.
wrote I Can Fly,
I Can
which is a little golden book.
Yes.
And it was illustrated by Mary Blair.
Mary Blair.
And Mary Blair has had a huge resurgence. There's so many illustrators right now, specifically doing children's books, which are really, really inspired by her.
By Mary, yeah.
But also just her sense of color is amazing.
Staggering.
If you go and do Google Images Mary Blair, you're going to see her colors and be blown away, and you're probably going to recognize her artwork.
Which is why I love her work, Ange, too.
And she designed It's a Small World. Thanks,
She
Jen Junkie.
designed It's a Small World. Yes, thank you. Jen Junkie she's not just back today. she's back like in full force.
Yeah.
She's ready for another packet, I think.
Here's a little known fact, or maybe it's a lot of known fact. If you go on the It's a Small Ride
Now, only in Disney
at
World.
Disney World,
We don't know about
Magic
Disneyland.
Kingdom, Disney World, and you look in the Eiffel Tower, the bottom of the Eiffel Tower, you'll actually see one of the It's a Small World dolls. And it is Mary Blair.
It's Mary Blair.
And there she is at the bottom. It's so cool.
Mary Blair. A talent. I love her stuff because she thinks in a way that I don't think, both in shape and form and in color. My brain can't even go there, Ange. I just marvel at her sense of color. Is really staggering for me. That's the thing I love about her stuff. Maybe we'll do a show and tell. We do own a few pieces of Mary Blair's original artwork that we bought years ago, and we have them here hanging up in the house. We've loaned a few to various exhibitions of her work over the years, and maybe one day we'll share, do a little show and tell, Ange. You can tell everybody about Mary's unbelievable work. It's amazing to see those little paintings in person.
The Contemporary Hotel, if you've ever been to the Contemporary Hotel.
In Orlando,
in Magic Kingdom. There is a huge tile mural in the middle of the hotel, and that was created by Mary Blair as well.
Ange, I think what I'm going to do, there's two ways I can finish this. One, I can rub the whole thing over with a kneaded eraser and kind of lift everything and then do a cleaner line. Two, and people ask about this all the time. First, I'm going to move Kenny out of the way a little bit. I'm going to do this. I think this is the latter. So people want to know. I'm going to do two things, and this is a little process here. So we're going to see how well we did on drawing Mimi. I flicked on my light table. See the beam? I'm going to flip it over. Let's take a look. Wow. Pretty solid
good.
drawing. The eyes are pretty
solid.
good. Wow.
Eyes are in the right spot.
Eyes are in the right spot. She seems good. I think my perspective is probably off because her head could be tilted. Here it's, let me just see. This is a huge weakness of mine, is establishing perspective. So if this was the horizon line and these things were going towards it straight, so if this...
That's funny. Somebody said it looks like the character on the right is looking at Mimi. So
he is. He's like, hey, look at that. There's a dog drawing a picture or something. I don't know. All right, so there I've just...
Why do you flip it, Jason? Olna asked.
I flip it because if there's any mistakes that I can't see, when you flip it and look at it, a mirror version of it, you will definitely see the mistakes. They will come out, especially if the eyes are off.
Wonky. That's like...
Yeah, it's a big one for me. I always have problems with that too. Now, her head is turned, to be fair. So even though the eyes are turned, it is because her head's turned. However, I think to really show that, her nose needs to be more this way. And I do wonder, to really sell the turned head, maybe lower this one eye would really show that her head's turned. I don't know. That doesn't seem right either. I'm going to leave it as is. I'm not going to mess with it. The only thing I'm going to fix here is a little bit of perspective. The vanishing point is like off screen, so I'm just eyeballing it.
What's the vanishing point?
The vanishing point, so the way perspective works is there's a horizon line, which I've drawn here, and all objects move towards a vanishing point in the distance. All the lines follow that. I'm kind of making it up to do it in a very tiny, small version. Here's your horizon line. Let's say this is your vanishing point. Here's a building. Okay, vertical. The side of the building would go towards the vanishing point, and then we draw the rest of the building, and there you go. There it is. Now that building is present. If I want to draw another building back here, like a city street, it goes through that. That's how you do it. And then if there's buildings...
How you create perspective.
Yeah, say there's a building right here. It also would follow these same vanishing points. So that's how we create... Even if the building's tall. Say the building's tall. Building's real tall. Tall building. New York City, right? Right? So that's how perspective works. But unless you're drawing comic books, perspective is never that extreme. It's always this really low gradual stuff, which is why I'm lousy at it.
And as somebody mentioned, if you don't have a light table, yes, you can absolutely, and sometimes you'll do that actually, is you hold it up to a window.
All the time.
Yep.
I'm always holding it up to a window.
You don't have to have a fancy light table.
You
to
don't.
be able
I
to
just
trace your sketches.
when you do it for a living and you're drawing at night. And by the way, this is a nice big fancy light table. You can buy light tables on the cheap. You don't need to.
And you can get a light box.
Yes.
So if you just want to be able to do this, but something much less expensive and takes up a lot less room, is you can get a little light box.
Yeah. But you know. All right. So now you can see I'm going to trace it. I'm just going to switch out, get a pencil that's a little bit sharper.
Happy light under a glass top desk. Good
And now I'm going to just. I'm going to grab a few of these lines.
If you guys
Mimi.
want, you can feel free to share that you're watching us today.
If you do, you get my garbage.
That's right. Doesn't that sound appealing?
It really, my recycled.
No, actually, I think people seem really excited about the stuff that they're getting.
Well, they are sharing it. As Eric Burkert will tell you, I try to make it worth your while.
That's right.
And June Gallagher. I don't know if June's
Somebody even offered to buy Eric, or was it maybe yours, the stickers. They were like, how much for those stickers?
Yeah, I've got loads of stickers. We use them. We save them for when we get fan mail, snail mail. That's what I stuff the envelope with. So I've got tons of that stuff.
Thanks for sharing it, Molly, Michael. We appreciate you guys. You're awesome.
All right. Okay.
Brendan Powers, you got your package. Awesome.
Oh, good, Brendan. You can vouch that we deliver on our promise of bringing.
I love your garbage, says Emily C. Martin.
Yeah. So I've also been doing little printouts, Ange. So like yesterday, we did a twofer yesterday.
Dang, while
So,
I was gone,
I
what
know.
happened?
I was feeling I was feeling it. But you know what? We do try to remember some of the names. There are people over the years who have written us and sent things to us and have been so kind to me. And for all these years that I've been making art and writing books. And Rob Rogowski and Steve are definitely, I recognize those names. I've seen them come up before. So I thought, you know what? They're both getting stuff. So that's why. Yep. Their stuff went out today.
And just so you guys know, Tony is not, when he says it goes out today, he's not going to the post office every day. I was actually concerned about that. And Joan Kindig said, don't send it.
Yes.
But you're not going to the post office. You found out how much the postage is.
The first one we sent out, which was Eric's, I took it to the post office, had them weigh it. Said, how many stamps do I need? And then I had another one that had a little bit more stuff in it. So they're roughly 2 to 3 stamps is really what it boils down to, Ange, that should get there. Then I bought 100 stamps.
Awesome.
So we're good for a while.
Chad Thompson said, shared and hoping to win garbage lottery today.
You never know, Chad. Sophia, the request is to draw anthropomorphic. Somebody suggest, was it you, Ange, or was it somebody else?
No, somebody else.
Said draw Mimi as an illustrator.
What do you think?
Mimi made a slight cameo. It was a little one.
We debated. He actually showed Mimi too.
Well, as best as I could. So my daughter is here. She's done with.
Soph's bringing Mimi over to see what.
That's really all you see, sweetie. But I can get that little dark nose and just put the little. There we go. That's good. Now we got. Is Mimi right-handed or left-handed, Soph? Debatable.
Left
Hard to
or
know.
right pod? What do you think? Right.
All right. So now I'm going to turn off the light table. I think we have a pretty
good.
good.
Pippin's getting jealous.
Pippin's like, wait, what am I? Well, we know what Pippin would be.
Oh, you should draw. Well.
Oh gosh, all these dogs. Story of my life, people. I'm surrounded by dogs. All right. So now I'm going to just finish her up. I'm going to get in there and have a little fun with old memers.
Okay, stop. You. Quiet, you. Soph, they said, do you think Sophia will be an artist when she grows up? What do you think?
Soph is very creative and crafty.
But she is also a huge animal lover.
Very big animal lover. Mimi's getting
Draw animals if you were drawing any of the
Mimi's very excited at the prospect of being drawn, as you can hear. Actually, that more yowly bark is Mimi's. Yeah, Pippin has the higher annoying bark. Named after the Hobbit, and just as annoying as Peregrine Took. He gets into just as much trouble.
Michael Harper, we never don't want to see your dogs, just FYI. Wait, somebody posted a picture the other day of their dog watching this. They had put this on their big screen TV, and their
You're
dog
right.
was watching.
You're right. I remember that.
Their dog loved when Mimi and Pippin.
That's right. That was so amazing. Well, we were watching the other night. We were watching like one of those Disney nature.
They said Pippin wants to be in there too.
One of those Disney nature things. There's Pippin. If you hear running water, that will also be Pippin. Just FYI.
Lovable.
We were watching one of those Disney nature things, and Pippin was totally glued, remember?
Oh my gosh, Pippin, it was the big cat one. It was
Yeah.
Disney's Big Cats, and Pippin loved it. He was full on watching the show.
It was a very good documentary. I love a nature documentary. Really, who doesn't, Ange?
That's amazing. Online dog park, Amelia Pendleton said.
All right, Mimi.
Oh, Vicky
She
Lee
really
said
would-
your dog's not watching today because it's on your computer instead.
I do feel like Mimi would have a little more neck, but for the sake of our drawing, I'm just going to keep going.
Question. Did you go to art school, or are you one of those people who could just draw?
I am both. So I did go to art school because I was one of those people who loved to draw and could draw, I didn't quite know what to do with it, to find an occupation. So I grew up down in South Florida in a town called Jupiter. Our claim to fame at the time was it was the home of Burt Reynolds, and one of the Smokey and the Bandit films had actually been filmed very close to where I grew up. I remember my mom taking me to go see it, actually, when I was very young. Anyway, I drew all the time, and as did a lot of other kids, but I was very fortunate that I was encouraged often by adults in my life. And then I went to art school. I went to 2 art schools, as a matter of fact. One was in North Florida called the Florida School of the Arts, and I did not...
Oh my gosh.
What?
Mimi, she took that toy and dropped it on Pippin so he'll play with her.
That's great.
Like literally, she picked up like a big squeeze.
Ange, I'm really pouring my heart out
I'm
now
sorry.
about the history
I got
of me.
distracted by-
I'm talking about me, my
I know,
favorite
but
subject.
I'm talking about Mimi.
I just want to finish this question. So
Yeah.
then I went to the Art Institute down in Fort Lauderdale, and that's where I got my degree. Art school was good in that it helped expose me to different disciplines of illustration. I knew I wanted to be an illustrator. I really wanted to be a children's book illustrator, but I wasn't quite sure what that meant. And art school really helped me kind of refine that. So it's not for everybody, but it was for me. And that's I guess how I'll leave it. It ain't cheap. That's the thing. That's the problem. Art schools are notoriously expensive, but you have some amazing access to some, the obviously the faculty. And I got that leg wrong. That is not quite right, but I'm going to keep moving. Her leg here that would be tucked under the... Oh, that's why, because you could see
And her legs crossed?
Her legs are crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how Mimi rolls. There you go. That's what it is. You just would see a little more of the leg. This is a very high-waisted skirt, but Mimi's, she likes the high waist. It allows her to run and frolic. All right. I'm going to do her...
Yes, best reward from art classes was drawing from live models.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I kept that going. We moved to New York in the mid-'90s, and I'd been at art school for, 4 or 5 years at that point. And I just still felt like I wasn't that good at the figure. I wanted to get better. And a friend of mine, Donato Giancola, who's an unbelievably talented science fiction and fantasy illustrator, and we would go to these life drawing classes in New York City, in this amazing studio in Soho called Spring Street Studio. It was on Spring Street, Draw 7 days a week. Used to draw. I filled so many sketchbooks, and I got so good. So much better. I thought so much better at drawing the human figure. Much more.
But I think that's definitely something I see when some artists show their portfolio, if they're asking for critique or an opinion, is there's always an opportunity. I think a lot of people draw out of their heads.
Yeah.
And I think if you can ground it in reality, if you can do life drawing, even if you're drawing the fantastical, it makes it look that much more real if you understand anatomy.
I agree. And you've got to get the you got to get that observation in. I mean, I can draw a lot of stuff out of my head, but I still feel like a little bit of reference. If you've tuned into this long enough now, you see I still grab a little reference just to add some tweaks. And I think we're good. She probably needs a little lamp, but there it is. Here let's add a little.
Oh, Soph said like a little some milk bones on the side. That would be on her little side cart.
Yeah, she doesn't really have a side cart, but yes, if she did, it would have milk bones in it. But I want to I just checked the time. I want to make sure we got enough time to maybe do another one.
Okay, awesome.
So here it is.
Great suggestion.
Mimi as an artist, and
she wears dresses but not shoes. Interesting.
Well, she had shoes on. She kicked them off. She wants to be relaxed, Ange. That's it. That's how she likes to do it. You know that.
Wait, is it National Ferret Day today, Eric Berger?
Wow.
Because you said something for National Ferret Day.
I did. They get a day, huh?
It's funny. We were actually talking about ferrets this morning from that project that we can't announce yet. We were talking about something that might be a great school mascot.
Oh,
and
yeah.
remember we said we could do ferrets. So gosh.
Oh, otter.
Oh, otters. Yeah.
I love an otter.
I love otters.
I love an otter.
Ooh, I like that idea, Molly.
That's it. She had too much. There you go. See that? There. That helped.
And if I don't take both pieces of it, like I might take a piece for your suggestion and maybe change the animal with somebody else's suggestion.
All right, Ange, throw it to me. What do you got?
Well, first of all, an Indiana Jones explorer.
Oh, okay. I'm cool with that.
Okay,
I can do that.
I love that. That was the suggestion from Molly. And then, let's see, somebody else's animal we could do.
What kind of animal? That could be an Indiana Jones. Now, some of the thinking is you can do an animal. What kind of animal would be
right, like a raccoon?
An animal,
right,
yeah, raccoons steal, right? They, they're known for kind of thieving. So a raccoon would be a great Indiana Jones type. Sometimes
Joe Exotic as a ferret.
Joe Exotic. Joe Exotic is a ferret, Jessica Rogers. I mean, really. Brett Jackson says badgers are awesome. I couldn't agree more. That's why I put a badger in Kenny and the Dragon as the old knight.
Where is he? Do you have one of his?
That would be George. Let me see if I can find George the badger. Oh, look at that. There he is, playing a game of checkers with Kenny right there, teaching him strategy. All right, so we're going to do an Indiana Jones type character, Ange.
Okay, so we've got just a couple animals people are throwing out and see what tickles your fancy.
Oh, my fancy is getting tickled.
Hedgehog.
Okay.
Bat.
A bat.
Very topical.
Yeah.
Lion.
Uh-huh.
Platypus.
Wow.
Let's see. Badgers, of course. Otters. Secret Agent Otter.
Whoa, I like that.
Yeah, I dig that too. Ferrets are thieves.
Heidi Stemple says owlbear, because of course those are real. Xander, I'm not going to say your last name because he says sloth, which is really funny because can you imagine Indiana Jones's sloth trying to run away from that boulder? He'd be stuck to the boulder.
He would be roadkill.
Ella Manor's got it. I love a crow.
Capuchin
ferret. Monkey.
I dig the ferret too.
Ferret, huh? You guys want to ferret Indiana Jones? All right, I'm gonna pull some reference for that.
Lloyd Metcalf is like, I am still saying chicken.
Oh,
I will be heard.
You love a chicken. So this is an old Dover. I've had this since college. We were talking about art school. I've had it. Like the binding's been retaped and stuff.
Foxes are good too.
Fox is good. That I could see a fox Indiana Jones.
Would be a good Indiana
Look at the price on that. $9.95.
Yeah, Pippin agrees. Fox
so
Indiana
much.
Jones. I'm digging that.
Well, let's see if there's a fox in here.
Okay.
And the reason why I liked this book, Ange.
And what? Can I ask you a question?
You can ask me
Why
many.
would I'm just asking this? Why would you choose this book over going for photo reference?
Well, back in the late 80s, early 90s, a book of photo reference this size with this many animals would have been really expensive, actually. I wouldn't have been able to.
Right now, you went to that book instead of
first,
yeah.
because I want to see. I like that it's already been turned into a drawing. I can get ideas of how should I hatch. How to. It's almost more. It's drawn. It's like thought out. I can kind of see how to interpret. That's beautiful. Look at the hair, the line work.
Molly, Indy, we love Indy. I'm feeling fox with the whip and everything.
Well, let's see if I can find a good
cool.
fox here. I'm in Wales. Here's dogs. We must be close. There's fox. Okay.
Ooh.
And this looks like jackals and hyenas. That looks like a fennec. So there's some fox reference, but not great. Let me check now let's check photos. Let's see, I'm using...
Maybe you have a mammals field guide, too.
I do. I have tons of things. Well, I didn't know what kind of animal... Look, there's a fox right on the cover, so I'm feeling hopeful. This is an index, Ange. They don't really make these anymore. Most people just talk to their phone and ask. But way back when, we used to use these to look things up. Oh, wow. Oh, foxes. 80. Oh, red fox, 179, 180. Flea.
Xander says...
Ooh, it's a very young fox.
Xander says for style consistency.
Oh, there we go.
Or does that matter?
For style consistency. Who, what?
Like, you're using the same books. Do you use that for style consistency, or does that even matter to you?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
No, it's just these are my things. In fact, though, that toad looks awfully lot like the one I drew that one year where I drew the Hobbit with the giant toad. Remember that? Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm going to set this.
Which also looks like the one where you did Jennifer Murdley's toad.
Oh, it could be Jennifer Murdley's toad. I'm going to get this out of here. I'm going to set this here and hope that it stays.
Encyclopedias or analog Google.
Yes. All right. Fox, Indiana Jones. All right. Well, first, Fox's bodies are super long. So I'm going to just kind of, this is the skull, I'm thinking, Ange. And I'm thinking of, it's going to be hard. Disney's Robin Hood fox was so epic. But I'm going to try to do my own thing with it. And I'm not... this would be another thing where I need reference, and I don't... I'm going to do this. Yes, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do that. These are his arms, Ange. What the reference I was thinking of was, what do your hands do when you crack a whip? Yeah, so I think I'm going to do that. So I'm just looking for movement. And it's all, I'm a gesture artist. It's all gesture for me. This is it.
That's pretty good.
Yo, what's up? How's it going? Hey, I hear there's a virus going on. Think I could borrow some toilet paper? That was a fox talking, Ange. That's what that was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anytime.
Oh my gosh, I love this fox. Sorry. It's awesome.
So they got back legs like a dog or a cat with the, they walk on their...
He's got a good face, this dude.
Oh, yeah, it's good. I'll get there. I'm still trying to get the general body, but I think we got something.
Molly's super excited.
Okay, well, if Molly's excited, then we're getting somewhere. I kind of don't want to give him the hat.
Don't say that.
Well, I know how important it is, but look, it's like you're gonna know he's a fox if I don't give him the hat. Look.
What are you gonna think he is if he's wearing the hat?
Harrison
Like, I
Ford.
better not put that hat on that fox.
Or
You
it's
won't
gonna
know
look like
it's a hat.
it might just look like Harrison Ford.
You might mistake it for a human with his furry tail and.
All right, I'm gonna try. Boy,
don't know.
that is
I'm just
that
saying.
fedora. Oy, oy, oy. Let's see what I can do here. This is really where you're gonna see me struggle.
Well, now we're back to tea cozies.
Oh my god! I mean, drawing a fedora is because it's like a cylinder.
Yeah, you can make it flying off.
Well, I don't know. There is something kind of
I mean, it's
mysterious about you not seeing. Although I could put holes in the hat and have the
Because
ears. Now he just looks like he looks like he's fly fishing. It's like do you see how like the hat is really working against me?
Hold on, let's pull up. I want to see.
I think if the hat was on the ground or he had the hat in his hand, I don't know. I know, Tom. I know Indy never loses his hat. Although he does, and then he grabs it before the wall closes down on him. But yes, I know. Indy never loses his hat. Let me see. There's a solution here. I'm going to draw the fox's skull. And maybe, I hate to do it, but I might have to do... I know Indy wears his fedora more down than up. But if I have it up like this, I might be able to have my cake and eat it too. I know.
Sometimes he wears it back more.
He's going to have to in order for it to work. But they have the muzzle on them is really, it's very fine, right? That's your difference between making him not a wolf. I mean, the thing that would be kind of cool is to give him a little bit of... Now, what we could do, this would be another episode, Ange. Caricature.
Yeah,
I don't talk
that's
about
good.
caricature enough. I drew a lot of, so much. I was so infatuated with caricatures and caricaturing. And I definitely think that gave me a secret superpower when it came to designing characters for my kids' books. And I think... because if I was going to do this, I would try to be like, how can I make this? I know it sounds crazy, but can I make this a Harrison Ford looking fox? And I don't even know what that means, but could it be done? Certainly adding the canines always adds a little bit of danger. I have to say,
Yes.
I'm really enjoying this. I didn't think I would. Oh, the ear. There's the ear. The fox in Zootopia was really well done, too. He was a really well-designed fox. I can't remember what his name. There it is. I've heard that theme song before. I can't quite play... Ooh, Mimi likes it.
They're starting to maul each other now.
I hear the music and it's it. I'm done. I'm in.
I had to get you in the zone a little bit. Dun, 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 dun.
And really the first one is the best one. They really could
Right.
never quite... It's kind of like just an old...
Come on, you're like the Indiana Jones of art. Look at you go. Okay, calm down, dogs. There you go. Oh, it's pretty awesome.
I just want to watch Indiana Jones now.
I know.
I'm having a problem with this leg. Yikes. I was on a roll, and then I got to this leg and threw it off.
He looks good though. You worked on the hat there.
I got the hat. You just had to find the spot. Oh, it's always so weird when animals wear pants. Maybe he doesn't wear pants.
No, he has to wear pants.
Indiana Jones always wears pants.
He never loses his pants. Come on, he was looking good, those
I'm
pants.
I'm there. Hold on. Oh, he's got the holster. He's got the gun and the things, all the things he has. And he's got the satchel.
So if you want to watch, we're going to
Throw me the idol, I'll throw you the whip.
Yes, Soph's into it. She wants to watch Indy tonight.
Now I could just cheat it and kind of draw these bubble legs and just kind of... Wait, isn't the female lead in Raiders is Marion? And so is...
Robin Hood.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, Maid Marian.
I'm
John Williams is amazing.
John Williams is amazing. Trying to get the whip up here.
Him to do-
I know.
Four was awful.
It really was.
Angel said. I know.
Yeah, Angel, you
Chip
got.
and Dale didn't wear pants.
Thank you.
Well, they weren't really.
Neither does
adventurers.
Donald Duck. Mickey wears pants, but Donald doesn't.
Goofy wears pants.
Goofy wears he's full. He's got a hat, he's got a vest, he's got a
Yeah.
turtleneck. I even wear shorts or shoes. Mickey's like, I don't like wearing a shirt.
He wears shoes though.
I'll wear shoes and shorts.
Mickey.
I mean, yes, sometimes, but I'm thinking traditional Mickey wears no shirt. He just wears those shorts with the big buttons. And Donald Duck's like, forget it. I'm not wearing any pants. And there we go. This is the conundrum. There are several conundrums in Anthropomorphic, especially in stories for children. The first one is when you have carnivores living with herbivores. Always tricky. Are they friends? Are they not? Some stories address this head on, like Zootopia.
Ooh, Rescue Rangers did. You're right. They were close.
Some stories avoid it.
What is Goofy?
What is Goofy? That is the eternal question.
The
Now
Goofy voice.
I'm going to show you the other technique, Ange. I'm
You're
using my...
impressed. They're impressed by our impressions.
There's more to come.
Hi.
I'm just using my kneaded eraser. Now I'm doing the other technique instead of tracing.
I don't have to wear pants.
I never wear pants. No, Mickey always wears pants. I can't do Donald Duck. But I can't actually make him talk,
That's
though.
good, though.
Okay, so I lifted the pencil, just lightened it, so now I'm going to go back in. I can see what I did. Now I'm going to do...
Come on, this is so good.
I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as we are.
Tony is like in action right now. It's awesome. This is why you put on music. Music is so important to you when you work.
It is.
And I don't know about you guys, music has been so important to us right now, too. I feel like it's,
Yes.
can take you right out of a moment and put you into another one, or take you right out of a mood and
Yep.
put you into another one.
Can take you right out of the news cycle, no matter what news station you're getting your news from, and get you into...
Oh, can you zoom in on it more, babe?
Yes! Hold on.
Yes, zoom in.
Sorry, guys.
It's all right. Yes.
There you go. I keep forgetting I got the zoomer.
Oh, the dogs are going crazy. It is seriously Thunderdome.
Right now.
Dogs right now. We don't need another hero.
That's right, Pippin.
Yep. I know. It's exciting, Pippin.
It really is. That Raiders gets me going too, Pip. Yes, I know. Got my Fox reference right next to me, in case you're wondering.
It's true. Facebook catches the music. They will mute us, but thankfully, we're live.
Yeah, but we archive these after, so
It's true.
come on. You don't want people to not
Say
be...
that?
What, me?
No, just anyone.
That's his chest hair, Ange. That's what that is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Amelia, sorry to hear you were supposed to be in Disneyland this weekend.
Oh, for spring break, I'm guessing.
Oh,
That's a bummer.
sorry, guys. Yes, David May. It is Thunderdome. 2 dogs enter, 1 dog,
Dog leaves. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see me finish working on him. Yeah, you should go back to our classical.
Okay, I will.
As much as I love hearing this.
Pippin, drop it. What are you eating? Oh, it doesn't matter. It's gone now.
So I'm not erasing too hard. I'm just erasing enough so that I have kind of a guide to go from. Oh, his hands would be dark, right? As a fox's hands are. And I'm guessing what is I'm guessing this was either a button or a zipper. Let's go with the zipper kind of thing. And then the gun kind of had I remember, it's something
Back
like this.
to classical, which is...
Hey, I know.
I know. It's not nearly as fun.
But, we're drawing an Indiana...
Yeah, just talk over it, exactly. We'll be fine.
Drawing
We're doing enough talking over it.
And we are. We're
agree
drawing
with
a
you.
Raiders of the Lost Ark fox.
What if I hum it? Will they come after us?
They're onto you. So same thing, I'm kind of puffing his chest out, like, see? Just like Harrison Ford. Stop!
I'm going to do it. I'm just going to talk over it. Because we need it for our personal enjoyment.
I'm there. I've got it. It's done. Like, it's done. I'm over the hardest part. I think we're good. I don't think
Pippin's chasing his tail. Maybe he's squeezing some squeaky thing.
I think I've got it. Like, I don't think... we're past the hardest part. This was it right here, the hat. The hat, how to get the hat to interact with the face. And we got it.
Ooh, he's good. See, and the hat, you did it! See, the easy thing would have been you're like, oh man, it's hard to draw. No hat. It's going to be on the ground. But that's not indie.
No, it's not. I don't have bullwhip reference, so I'm just guessing. It's okay.
You sure?
Yeah, it's fine. I think it's kind of I want to say it has like a tassel, and then it's just yeah. And then this is all going to be, this would be braided.
It has like a loop thing.
Yeah, I drew a tassel, but you're right. It would be a loop where he kind of hooks it to his... But
the thing at the end of it is you like...
His tassel. That's the thing that's a tassel. So that's like a loop.
Braided.
And then the thing on the end is braided. Let's see if I can... So here's where he...
We gotta watch indie tonight.
Here's where he keeps the idol. And the belt. So here I'm just lifting very lightly, lift, but the lines are all still there that I can kind of now find. Some people do this in non-photo blue, and then they come in. A non-photo blue pencil is a very light blue colored pencil that doesn't photograph. It tends to disappear. So animators and the like use those. But I haven't used one in a really long time, since art school. This would actually all be in shadow.
It's coming together, right?
Yeah, like I kind of warmed up on Mimi. Here to show you what's the difference in warming up. How does that look? I'm trying to zoom out here. Give me a minute. There we go. So you can see this is looser and livelier. Like it's got life. There's a heartbeat.
Well, it's because I put on the things.
See how this is stiffer? Even here, it's a little more lively here, but somehow it got a little stiff and lost a little life here. It's a little more posed, a little still lifey, a little more alive here, but this, lots of life. There's lots of action and movement. That's kind of showing, in a way, how warming up with sketching, how it works. Let me see if I can make some sense of these pants.
You gonna zoom in on them?
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna draw a center line. I'm gonna move 1 foot forward more. Again, I don't draw a lot of this kind of... Ooh, but that's kind of nice. You can kind of really have that 1 foot kind of lean in. I think I'm going to just try. Just curious to see like how he'd look if his legs were longer.
I agree with that. The first one does look like a book animation, and the first one looks like a book illustration. The second one looks like animation. This definitely feels animated, and I think it's the action in it. You can see the movement.
Well, you can see the movement, and I have been studying animation sketches now pretty heavily for the last maybe 5 years, mostly for looking for movement in the pose and the figure. I'm trying to learn how to capture that like through line, like here, that kind of, I'm very interested in that with figure. Here, I'll zoom out so you can see what I mean. This, like that's a really, like this kind of shape, and then how do I echo it and play with it and stuff. I definitely started doing it a lot when I was working on Broken Ornament. I was really obsessed with old animators' model sheets. I had admired them from afar, have loads of art of books on various animated movies, going back to Disney's Snow White, but really started studying them in earnest and kind of adding that to my stew of Arthur Rackham and Brian Froud and all the other people I admire. I'm so close on this leg. You know what it is? I can't quite figure out how to do the pants. And Kenny, I do the old Harry Roundtree, who did a lot of these anthropomorphics, and I just do a kind of I do a cuff at the bottom. Indy's, I don't remember Indy's pants being particular. They always seem like they're kind of baggy. And then, so here's the fly. Here's his holster. I'm thinking it's something like this. Oh, actually, you know what it would be? This leg would pull the cuff. So this cuff's probably like this. And then the other toes are here. Possibly. I don't know. It still looks off to me. A little bit off. It's not quite right. I'm so close.
You are close.
I'm close, but I can't.
What is it?
Well, again, I don't draw
knee,
this.
like
The knee is way off. Let's do a redo. Let's find it, Ange.
Let's find it.
This is, when people are like, how long does it take you to do an illustration? So say this was a full illustration, like we were going to draw the temple behind him and all the things, right? This is the ditch digging. This is the homework of trying to figure all this out. Oh yeah, because the other thing is I could do the leg like that. Like that, Ange. So it's more like that, and he's more kind of... So one's relaxed. That might be better. Let's see. Just finding it. Again, I'm drawing it from my head, so, I maybe would spend more time looking at foxes.
Yeah, would you flip it to see where...
Oh, yeah, flipping would help. Let's see what the flip does. I think that might have been it. That might find it. His legs may be just too short. I might need to just give him bigger legs. Yeah, his legs are too short.
His legs are too short.
His legs are too short. See how short they are? That's the problem. You know what it is? We ran into this when we did the witch with the hat. I'm trying to keep it in the paper, and I don't need to keep it in the paper. That's the problem. So watch this. I'm going to flip them back now that we know what the problem is. And I know we're running a few minutes over. I'm going to grab another sheet of paper.
Flip it good.
Be right back. You can talk to him, man.
Okay. Guys, this is so awesome having you here. I missed you guys yesterday. I was hanging out in my office doing my thing, filming my stuff, but I missed hanging out with you guys.
Did you miss it?
That's right. Don't let that paper constrain your imagination.
That's it. See? And it's so, like, you don't even think about it. I'm just like, I don't know why these aren't working. Now, I'm going to give him all the leg room he needs. My own darn advice, and I wasn't adheting it, Ange. And now we're going to free it. Because if you think about it, the fox's legs are pretty long. Look they're long. That was part of the problem.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm going to get rid of all this. All of Indiana Fox's. Indiana Fox!
By the way, tomorrow is Friday.
And you know what that means.
And that means drawing by request. So we're going to be doing some drawing by request tomorrow. So you guys make sure you join us.
Come up with something.
TGIF. We'll see what we can...
Get us going into the weekend.
Yeah, see what we can come up with.
And that's why I knew it was going to be right on the edge.
Free the leg.
There. Look at... Now he's more...
Yes. Yes.
Now look, it's just like a stick figure. I'm just trying to figure that out. But it also allows me to get that long, oh, look at that. See, cut that tail out there, and then the holster. That's just freeing this way up.
Aw. Thanks, David. David May said he enjoyed me reading Sunbugs on Instagram.
Nice. Oh yeah, you went on Instagram yesterday afternoon, right?
Well, I went on Facebook Live for a little bit yesterday.
Yep.
I'm going to start doing a regular story time, regular-ish. I don't want to commit to anything because, with my extended list of job description here at home, I've added chef and housekeeper and dog groomer and assistant on the, here with Drawn to Fantasy.
So, tell me, what's Drawn to Fantasy?
Drawn to Fantasy. So, and then I'm actually trying to figure out a plan because I have a new book coming out on April 14th called The Magical Yet. Mm-hmm. And I was supposed to head out on tour.
You'd be on tour by now.
Yeah, no, my first event was going to be April 11th. And then I was going to be going to 7 states in about 2.5 weeks. And now I'm not going to be doing that. So we're figuring out, I'm talking to my publisher tomorrow, and we're going to try and figure out a plan that we can somehow do some virtual events and things like that. So I'm going to do some story times for the Magical Yet and stuff like that. So anyway, what, Mimi?
Sorry.
She's just standing above Pippin, squeezing her squeaky toy to try and get him
to go for it.
Yeah.
Look
exactly.
how short his arm was. I had to lengthen it, Ange. It was way too short. The other thing we could do, because this is driving me a little crazy, is I want to show this as a solution.
Joelle says, what's your favorite book about Ange?
What's
my favorite book about Ange?
Is to just give him human feet, human legs. We get rid of the whole idea of the backwards bending. That almost works better. Do you see that? Do you see how I did that? Mm-hmm. It's called cheating. That's what that's called.
Emily C. Martin. Oh, Mimi's making music. Oh, Vicky Lee says, hide him behind a rock.
Yes. No, I mean, this works. But you can see he's lost a little bit of his foxiness. He's less of a fox. But it works. He's more Indiana Jones. And I could still give him his big, his fox feet. But it's not the same, right?
Yeah.
But it works better in my sanity levels.
Thank you, Carol. Joelle, my new book is called The Magical Yet. Maybe I will hop on here one day and I could do a reading.
You should.
Be fun, right?
You absolutely should.
Do it. We could do a little, or we could just do it on my page. We could do a reading together.
We can just here's what we do.
Talk to me.
We plan a day, and we just do a sign off. I sign off. And then we tell everybody to go to your page right after I sign off.
I missed the fox legs.
Yeah. I want you guys, though, to see. I want you, for everyone who's like, he has it easy, he's so lucky, I want you to see how many times that has been erased and redrawn to figure all that out. And I still don't have it right. Just so you know, it's never, this is it. This is like, erase it, do it again.
Yeah,
erase it, do it again.
Once you put on human legs, it's kind of like...
It kind of lost it?
It just looks like a human with a fox head.
All right.
Dogs agree. They're
agree.
Angry about the human legs.
All right, I'm going back to the fox legs. I'm going back to this. That's a fox leg. It's right there. I can see it.
I really just think what we should do is just the Thunderdome cam with the dogs.
That's a fox leg.
We'll just put peanut butter on one of them and let one attack them.
And then the one that's throwing me is this one. It's trying to figure out this one, but maybe it's just this. And then he's just on his toes here. Is it too far back? Here's one. Mm-hmm. This one. I wish Tony Bancroft was on. He'd know. He did all the animating and Lion King and stuff. Bancroft Brothers. They're good at this. They're good at this kind of stuff.
I agree. Fox legs, more work, but worth it. Yeah. That's cool.
Pretty close.
Well, okay, let me
Not
ask
quite.
this. So this has got this bend, right?
Yep.
Would that have a bend too? Because it feels almost
Right,
like...
so the way their feet work, dogs and cats are walking on their toes. So that's the heel, just like if it was there's the knee, but it's elevated. So they only walk on this little part here, right? That's what
Okay.
dogs and cats. So it's not much different than a human. So what I was trying to do is here's the knee, then here's the back. So you get that kind of same feeling. And I'm trying to figure out what the pants would do. You know, like this.
Yes.
I also extended his arm. I realized his arm was too short. Yeah. I mean, that's it. I mean, we could look at how Disney's Robin Hood did it and see how they solved it. I'd be curious to see how they ended up solving it. It's close.
Yep.
It's close.
I agree.
I'm going to lightly lift. I think I'm going to live with this, though. I'm going to lift this a little bit. I'm just going to dab.
Yeah, maybe it's bringing that back foot towards the viewer a little bit.
Well, I have that. Yeah, I can bring it more. Let me grab another
Pretty
pencil
close.
here.
Flip it.
Oh, yeah, we could flip it. You're saying, like, have it down almost to here? Mm-hmm. Instead? Yeah, let's flip it and take a look. A little
Guys,
harder
you're-
to see.
You're on an adventure with us today.
It looks good. Like, when I look at that, that looks good. Maybe that was it, Ange.
Yep.
That might have been the final fix. Let's see. Let me lift it out a little more, a little heavier.
Is that a couple of wargs tearing up a hobbit in the background? It does sound like it.
Yeah, really.
They're maniacs today.
They really are.
Well, you know what it is? Our energy is super high. And I
Yeah,
think-
because we get super pumped up.
Yep. And so I think they're feeding off of our energy. Yes. Yes. Oh. Oh, crazy doggies. This is looking good. I'd buy that.
I think we got it.
I'd buy that.
I think we got it. We
Should
pushed.
the pant come down further on it?
I don't know about that. You know, it just looks weird. Because then it's
Not
like
that low.
going
Just up on a little bit.
like here.
No, I just meant that right there.
The cuff?
Yeah, the cuff.
I don't think so. I don't think you want to. I think you want
That
it.
look, whatever you just did right there.
Like, you needed that. You needed that.
Yes.
You needed the hinge,
Yes.
the ankle or
Yes.
the heel.
Yes. Oh, Mimi.
Whoa! The wrestling.
Oh no.
The wrestling went up a notch.
Oh gosh, it almost ran into a display.
Wow.
Now they're running.
Like maniacs. They're playing again, but it definitely, there was a foul there somewhere.
Legs. Why did it have to be legs?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yes, I agree.
I think it's pretty close. It's close as we're going to get today.
Crushed it. Vicky said great. John said crushed it. Emily, you got it.
I think we got it. Indiana Fox.
Yes.
And for the final,
Boom, boom, boom. Dad's khaki cargo shorts.
yes. Or as I like to say, shorts.
Or as I like to say, purse pants. He's wearing his purse pants. Yes. He looks real good, T. Oh, you okay, you maniacs?
There it is.
I love him.
We might have to finish him, Ange. We might have to do a finished.
What about doing a watercolor demo on this dude or something?
Well, I don't know if I would do a watercolor
'Cause
demo
you
on
can't do it
Indiana.
on this paper because it would.
No, I'd have to transfer it, which, is.
But I want him to have color.
You really do, huh? I don't even know. I would finish him I would do him in the pencil like I did the Kenny.
I know, but we want to see some painting.
Wanna
You
see
guys
some
want to
color.
see some paint one day?
Yeah, well, we can definitely do that. Let's paint a magic card.
What? Harrison Ford.
Oh,
And
there
that's
it is.
amazing.
That's
Nailed
it.
it.
That's it. Harrison Ford is.
Dean Baxdale nailed it.
That's it,
Yes,
man.
Harrison Ford is.
Indiana Fox.
Yes. Purse pants.
I want a toy. That's really what I want.
Yeah, he's like.
I want a toy line of like anthropomorphic versions of movie. Like I want to do Die Hard next.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Die Hard with a porcupine or something. Okay, here's his ear. I'm just pushing the ear a little more, and then the foxy sideburns.
Molly Partridge, winner, chicken dinner.
Is Molly Partridge is the winner?
Oh, she said winner, chicken
Oh,
dinner
okay.
on your piece. But now that you mention it, I was thinking that Molly Partridge is our winner for today.
Wow, Molly Partridge, you won some of my garbage. The recyclables.
Yes.
What did you win? Well, you won that. And we'll throw in a sketch of Mimi.
Yes.
And I'll make some prints of Indiana Fox. Harrison Ford as Indiana Fox. I got to add that. Harrison Ford is...
Please join me in congratulating Molly Partridge today and winning her garbage. Our garbage.
Harrison Ford
now
is...
her garbage.
Yes. I will scan this in and...
F-U-R-R-E-D.
F-U-
F-U-R-R...
Oh, like furred, like something's been
Yeah.
furred and feathered?
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, but you had F-U-R-D.
Just like Ford.
Like Ford.
But furred, but
Yeah.
Harrison.
Yes, congrats, Molly. Let's give Molly a huge round of applause.
Molly. Make sure you send me a direct message with your mailing address, because as Jen Jonke will tell you, if you don't send it, I can't send you my garbage. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching me draw Anthropomorphic. Tomorrow is Friday, which means we are going to do draw live by request. Maybe even Mimi will draw. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us. Be safe, be healthy, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Wait, you can't just wrap it up all quickly like that.
What? Why?
Because I have to be ready.
Ready for... Oh, bum, bum,
What do you mean do I
bum.
have to be ready for? I have to be ready.
Tom Hoffelder left like a half an hour ago.
No,
he doesn't even...
didn't. He's still here.
Oh, is
You
he still...
can't
Oh,
just
oh, look!
abruptly-
He literally just...
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. My
You
bad.
can't just end the show.
I
mean,
have
we
to-
have to play it out.
We have to play it out. Sorry, Tom. I know contractually we have to play your song both at the beginning and the end of the show. Right now, if this was a themed show, we would do little freeze frames from episodes of the show.
No, I'm the director. I'll be like, no, now we're ready.
We drew that today.
It is so good.
Harrison Ford
Yep.
is Indiana Fox. And look at that. When I do the finished drawing of this, people will be like, oh yeah, that's so cool. Like, wow, you just draw anything you want.
You know
But
what we
like,
should
look at the
do?
legs. Look how much work it took to get those darn
I
legs.
want to get Drawn to Fantasy patches made, and if you win, you get a patch. Wouldn't
Well,
that
we
be
should definitely
cool?
do a sticker. I should
sticker
order
for
some
sure.
stickers.
Let's
Here's
do
Mimi
that.
as an illustrator. She probably would have done... Mimi as an illustrator would have had no problem getting the legs right.
Yes!
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be safe. Be well. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
See you
take
tomorrow
care.
on
Drawn
Drawn
to
to
Fantasy.